This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so former prize fighter and now current head trainer of Deontay Wilder and others, Malik Scott, has spoken about Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. And he says that if he could pick an opponent for Deontay Wilder, it would be Anthony Joshua. But he says that he believes Anthony Joshua will probably look to maybe build himself up to a Deontay Wilder fight. If you like, as in fight somebody tall next and then maybe go fight Deontay Wilder. Anyway, firstly, I really think we have to address, really, before we talk about or get into Malik Scott's statement, is that it doesn't really seem too forthcoming that he wants the Andy Ruiz Jr. fight, does it? Because every time we hear somebody on Deontay Wilder's team, they don't really talk about Andy Ruiz Jr. It's always somebody else. Unless, of course, they're hyping that fight, maybe. Anyways, what Malik Scott had to say about Wilder and Joshua. The lack of mental strength may not be there right now for Anthony Joshua because he's lost 2 times to a smaller guy. So to go against the specimen called Deontay Wilder, you may need to build yourself up to take on that kind of fight, and I get it. But the advantages and the things I see Deontay doing to whatever AJ shows up, whether it be a mentally tough one or not a mentally tough one, it's a 3-round fight, in my opinion. Malik Scott's statement. Now, automatically, there's going to be comments already, without even listening to this video, people going, yeah, damn right, because of the title. Now, those people who say that are either A, Wilder fans, or B, Tyson Fury fans. We know the reasons why they're saying it. They don't like Anthony Joshua, right? But for some reason, whenever people think about that fight, as in Wilder fans, Tyson Fury fans, it's always about what Deontay Wilder would do. No thought process goes into, well, what if Anthony Joshua lands on Wilder? What about then? Anthony Joshua punches very, very hard. He's a very good counter puncher. And he hurts you with both hands. Not one, but both hands. From different angles as well. Straight shots, hooks, uppercuts, body shots. So what happens if Joshua lands on Wilder? I don't know. For some reason, people don't really think about that. Anyway, that said, now, unfortunately, we've never seen that fight before. And it is unfortunate because we went round and round the merry-go-round with that fight for quite some time now, didn't we? Where, unfortunately, as much as people want to say how Wilder would walk through Joshua or whatever, Wilder never had that same feeling, did he? Because he never fought Anthony Joshua. Wilder himself, even though I did many, many videos on him, avoiding Anthony Joshua, people said, it ain't true, it ain't true. Well, Wilder told you himself that he was offered more money to fight Anthony Joshua than what he was to fight Tyson Fury. He turned down Joshua to go fight Tyson Fury. So that will tell you Joshua offered Wilder the fight. Wilder said no. Again, I've heard people saying how Wilder didn't turn down 100 million to fight Anthony Joshua. Yes, he did. How do we know? Again, same statement. He's told you he turned down more money to fight Anthony Joshua than he did for Tyson Fury. I mean, do you really think that DAZN would offer Deontay Wilder 100 million for 2 fights, which doesn't involve Anthony Joshua? Are you off your face? Of course it was. How else do we know? Because Shelley Finkel, Deontay Wilder's manager, said that's what it was. 100 million for 2 fights against Anthony Joshua, home and away for undisputed, or 120 million for 3 fights, 2 of them being Anthony Joshua, but the first one you can have your mandatory at the time, Dominic Brazil. Wilder never wanted to fight. Wilder just always wanted to talk about Anthony Joshua without fighting him. We know somebody else like that. But either way, that was then, this is now. Again, Malik Scott can talk about the mental toughness of Anthony Joshua, because he's lost to a smaller guy. Okay, well, Deontay Wilder has been on Bambi legs by Eric Molina, been put down by Harold Sconiez, put down again by Dustin Nichols. It wasn't officially a knockdown. Got bounced around the ring by Tyson Fury. Got knocked out in the amateurs by Evgeny Romanov. This is a guy who made 101 excuses as to why he lost to Tyson Fury. Not 1 or 2, but 101, and each one more ridiculous than the one beforehand. So when you talk about mental weakness, look no further than Deontay Wilder. This is a man who says he wants to be pregnant. This isn't me saying it about him. He said it himself. If there was a way for a man to be pregnant and to carry a child, he would put himself forward for it. So when you want to talk about mental weakness, look no further than Deontay Wilder, Malik. Okay? Either way, yes, Malik Scott, he could be correct. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, because I can be perfectly objective. If Wilder lands on Joshua, there's a very real chance Joshua will go down and not get back up again. But likewise, there's a very real chance if Joshua lands on Wilder, Wilder won't be able to get back up either. For real. But of course, for Joshua to be successful, and he needs to do what I've been saying for the past few years. Dillian Whyte said the same thing, didn't he? Way before Tyson Fury done it. How you beat Wilder is you put him on the back foot, because he can't fight on the back foot. You can't give him that space. That's exactly what it was that Fury done. He proved me and Dillian Whyte right. That's how you beat Wilder. You don't stand off. So for Joshua to do that, he's got to go back to how he used to be. Aggressive. Don't be gun shy. Go for it. That's how he'll beat Wilder. That's how he'll do it. And again, if somebody like Luis Ortiz can outbox a Deontay Wilder, in fact, anybody can outbox Deontay Wilder if we're being brutally honest, but Luis Ortiz was battering Wilder, was he not? But then Wilder always manages to pull out that one punch. And it is his get out of jail free card, for sure. But again, it's more talk about Anthony Joshua. Are they doing it as a way to hype up Wilder, his profile, because we fight Andy Ruiz Jr. next? Do you think Andy Ruiz Jr. is not going to fight Wilder? Do you think Wilder's not going to fight Andy Ruiz Jr.? The PBC and the WBC have already made that agreement quite some time ago. Why do you think they created an all PBC only heavyweight tournament for the WBC? Why? Because it's wrong for them to have done it, but they did it anyway, because this was always the plan. Wilder, even if he was offered the Joshua fight, he's not going to walk away from an Andy Ruiz Jr. fight to go fight Joshua, or at least very unlikely. He will do exactly what Shelley Finkel tells him to do and Al Heyman tells him to do. Either way, I hope at some point we get to see this fight, win, lose or draw for Deontay Wilder against Andy Ruiz Jr. I would like to see Deontay Wilder take on Anthony Joshua. Win, lose or draw against Ruiz. Fight Joshua anyway. That's a fight I want to see. Okay, so anyway, that is Malik Scott's statement. He says that this fight does not go 3 rounds. Of course, he's going to be picking his guy. He wants to call Deontay Wilder a specimen. I'm sure he's had some kind of, maybe not a specimen, but he's had some kind of samples from Wilder at some point. They kind of seen the type, didn't they? But anyway, it makes it be a very interesting fight. If them two were, of course, going to fight each other, Wilder is never going to fight Joshua next. He's not. He's already been told who he's fighting. It's going to be Andy Ruiz Jr. In the in between time, Wilder fans will look at it and say, well, Joshua's ducking him, even though quite obviously it's not, because Joshua is obviously going to go fight I don't know, Otto Wallin or a Filip Hrgovic or whoever it is he's going to be fighting next in is it April time, something like that. So anyway, do you agree with Malik Scott? If you're a Wilder fan or a Tyson Fury fan, you will. But either way, I'd like to see the fight, wouldn't you? Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.